Welcome back, everybody. Going into the final hour of today's episode of Roll20 Presents Tomb of Annihilation. Let's see if some weird bird dinosaurs are going to annihilate you. What do you do, Arcturus, as the bluish bird dino folds its wings in and dives towards you, crying out?
I freeze for just half a second, and then I shrink and hide behind my shield. So like I'm taking the dodge action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like saying like, oh, don't hurt. I'm basically
We're not
yelling at them and seeing if they respond.
Okay. Little Fox, Malik, or Ishi, do you do anything as you see this happening?
So I'm completely invisible.
Yes, you are.
Running over to my friend Arcturus. And if this thing like dive bombs him and actually gets within melee range, I'm gonna hit it with my freaking two-handed maul.
What's
Bat it out of the sky while invisible.
What's the skill that makes you like able to go invisible? It's a furbolg thing, yeah?
Yeah, so I have hidden step. As a bonus action, I can magically turn invisible until the start of my next turn, or until I attack, make a damage roll, or force someone to make a saving throw.
That's so cool.
Once one of them dives, Ishi definitely jumps out of cover as well to like try and come and help. And she's got a crossbow that she's had slung over her back, like aiming at this thing because trying to stab it with a rapier is probably pretty hard.
Okay, well let's do it. Let's have a fight. Let's fight some pteranodons. Let's do the thing.
This is probably going to end poorly, but let's
let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I am set up. Let me pull you over to my random battle map.
Beware the random
battle map. So instead of drawing an ugly map that I have like a parchment square that's a battle map that I can draw on, but instead of my horrible drawings, I'm using the Quick Encounters Jungle 2 tile set. So I just grabbed a quick jungle out of that one. I've used this set so many times for Court of Swords. So there you go. There are 6 of these pteranodons. They are flying around, and before we begin the fight, let me incant the sacred words that begin every combat encounter in Dungeons and Dragons. Roll initiative.
My initiative is 0.
So yeah, click your token, roll initiative. Give me 1
forgot
second
to
to
do
roll
that.
initiative for 2 of these things.
Blam.
Why isn't my...
Look
Oh,
at that, Ishi.
there we go.
Look at it go.
Okay.
She-
And
There, that's I did it. I clicked on my token.
then Zaka.
It's the initiative.
All right. So thankfully, the pteranodons are mostly just kind of like faffing around,
Milling about, yeah.
Yeah, they're flying. So yeah, they you can imagine that. I guess let me mark. I'll mark them. They're gonna mostly do flyby attacks is the thing. So I think that right now they're all about 60 feet off the ground, except this one that came in dive bomb style. So Ishi, as all this is happening, you can do something. What would you like to do?
So I have a light crossbow, which I think 60 feet is within my attacking range with a light crossbow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fire at one that isn't dive bombing. Is my plan here?
Yeah, the range for a crossbow is 80 feet.
Yeah. So I guess the one like back behind me there.
This one up here.
This fella. Yeah. And I'm just gonna peek out of a bush and thunk, shoot a crossbow bolt up into the air.
Okay.
Let me see here. Light crossbow.
Oh yeah, no problem. You totally hit the thing.
Pachow. For 9 damage. Thunk.
All right. So you fire, and and it shrieks in pain. You see the coral fly straight, thunk into its chest. Blood like drips on the ground, and it kind of like falters a little, but stays up in the air.
Cool.
Do you want to move, or are you good?
No, I'm good here. Yeah. I can't hide or anything. I don't have any bonus actions or anything I can do. So
It's been so long since we've
this is like I'm doing the like D&D rules, in my brain right now.
You make a ob 6 crossbow test.
Thank you.
Oh God, I'm 6 crossbow.
All right, so Azaka, she is going to fire her longbow at the nearest pteranodon, so she does so. There's her shot. It is a miss. And then she fires a second shot.
Oh.
That time, she
Oh,
definitely hits
damn!
the thing. So the
That's
first
two
one,
attacks.
I gotta start
Wow.
tracking
How much are we
Azaka's.
paying her? Because it's not enough.
I gotta track Azaka's arrows here. She only has 20, so.
Aka has 2 attacks.
One,
Oh,
two.
shit.
Okay, so Azaka, she draws her bow. We see her take the first shot quickly. It's a snapshot. It misses. She closes one eye, retracts, grabs another arrow, fires it, and almost takes the thing out in one shot. Just like hits it soundly, and it spirals down. Looks like it's gonna crash, and then it pulls up at the last minute and pulls away. All right. So that means that Little Fox, you have your opportunity to take a swing at the one closest to you.
Oh.
Arcturus, you hear the like thump, thump, thump of Little Fox running over to where you are. But you can't see her anywhere. And then you hear this like low guttural like scream. And right as the bird thing is about to hit you, she just like appears like mid leap, smashing it with a hammer.
Oh.
Nice.
So I'm going into my barbarian rage and then
So
hitting-
bonus action for rage and then melee attack.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here with my maul.
Smash this thing.
Like an 18.
Ooh.
Does that hit?
Yes, an 18 is absolutely a hit with your mighty maul.
Maul it.
Nice.
So I deal 9 bludgeoning damage because my rage gives me an extra 2.
Excellent. Okay.
That was a pretty low roll.
Yes.
honestly.
As far as rolls go, you rolled a
2 and a 1.
2 and a 1. All right.
Ugh.
So what does that look like?
Yeah, what's an angry little fox?
I think like her. So she has like a big like it's like a stone head on this hammer. It's some kind of like extremely dense stone.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of like stuff tied to it, like little like feather bundles and like leather cord around it. And she's just like this massive like 200 and whatever pound person is like 4 feet in the air, like jumping, smashing this thing. It's like this incredibly
I figure you jumped off this rock, right?
yeah, just
Bam.
and yeah, the thing was like going towards you and just like baseball swing style gets like knocked off track and then she like rolls and tumbles on the ground and like lands like kind of on all fours, still holding her hammer, and then like is like, you know, starting to move again.
Yeah, and so it's doing that thing where it's panicking and flapping its wings really hard and screeching really loud. And it's still in range. So Arcturus, if you want to do something, you're welcome to.
It's within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, it's right next to you. Yeah.
Okay, then I would like to do this. It's one of my things that I can do as a Triton.
Wrath of the Storm. Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, hold on. So you don't actually have to do anything. You use your reaction to do that when it attacks you. So you still get your own turn.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it didn't come at me yet, or
it's got its turn. They're all last. You all have.
okay. That's use your reaction. Okay, okay. I didn't read
Which is
that.
great because they're gonna get to dive bomb you and fly off. So that's a really good thing to have in your pocket.
Okay,
Nail
that's
this
a
one if you
use a
can.
reaction. Anyway, okay, then I'll just poke it with my trident.
Of course, you have a trident.
I won't
Oh.
poke it with my
All right.
trident.
So what does it look like? Does your trident? This is a critical fail. There's no mechanical effect, but your character like looks like a goof or like something really bad happens. What does it
I
look
think
like?
it was like I was frozen. It was diving at me, and then an invisible
Shit.
furbolg jumped out, and so I have my shield in one hand, and I'm kind of like just like.
There's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, you're trying to fight it, but it's mostly just like batting its face against your shield, and you're like, yeah, okay. Malik.
Yeah. I will try and finish off one of them. I guess the one. Is she attacked?
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's 50 feet away. This is like a 10-foot ascent, so it's like 80 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
About 80 feet up from where you are. 75, 80. And then.
I got 120.
But you got
totally
crazy
fine.
range, so you're fine.
Yeah, and I will use a firebolt.
Nice. And what does that look like? You're a dragon aspected
I'm
sorcerer.
so glad you asked. Now that I have this cool funnel which I linked earlier, I think the spell focus for me is the staff itself, and it's got a little dragon head on it. So what happens is he holds it up, little cloud of sand starts getting like breathed out of its mouth. He takes the other hand, spins it, and like curves it into a ball, and then like fires off. It's like this superheated ball of sand.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
So it's like turning to glass as it hits it. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
shatters.
like molten glass.
Oh,
basically.
like napalm.
Ah,
Like
that's so cool. Just throw the thing up, and yeah, it hits the thing and it burns it. Nice. All right, you want to roll damage for that thing?
Sure do.
Oh yeah. So for folks who are, because this is a lot of rolls all at once, folks who are not familiar with D&D in Roll20, there's an option in the game where you can decide whether to roll 1d20 or always roll 2. I have the always roll 2 set on because it's easier than having to make 2 different rolls. So we always take the leftmost roll unless they have advantage or disadvantage, in which case we take the higher or the lower. So when Dave rolled here, he got 2 awesome rolls. He got 22 and a crit, but the crit is on the die we're not using. So it was a 22, still definitely a hit, and he deals 9 fire damage, but not the additional +6, because that would be if it was the crit. However, 9 damage is absolutely enough to get rid of this particular Pteranodon. Would you like to describe how you defeat this flying lizard?
Yeah, like so as the sand heats up, I think we see like small particles like shining before its eyes, and it gets kind of confused, and the rest of the sand kind of like comes up to meet it, and at first it's like and then I like click my fingers, and all of the sand that's in the air, like covering it all over its wings, just like ignites.
Awesome.
Just,
Yeah, and it spirals down like a meteor and then crashes into the jungle dirt. Azaka looks over at you and gives you just the briefest like nod, like good work.
by the way, throughout this whole thing, anytime anybody does anything noteworthy, Ishi's shouting out at them like, "Good shot!" You know, like "Well done," like, kind of stuff.
And I'd like to move into this brush just so I'm a little bit harder to see from the air.
Okay. So you can't hide, but you could give yourself some cover.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the pteranodons get to take their turn. So the one that's right here in front of you. This one is going to, since it's not on a flyby, it's going to take the disengage action, and then it's going to move. So it moves frightenedly off in this direction. Let's see. That's going to go. These things are fast. So it flies over there. Actually, it might still get to make an attack on somebody. I might as well, right? Yeah. All right. So it's going to, it'll go this way instead, and it'll do a flyby on Azaka. So she's got a pretty low AC. Comes in with a bite.
Because she's not wearing armor.
She's not wearing any armor, and it hits her. And she shouts in surprise as the thing bites her. And she like grabs her arm, and it flies past. So you just see her like grab where she gets bit, and then she ducks back behind the bushes there again, and then it continues its move up here. The Pteranodon here is going to do a flyby, and then this one also. They're gonna do the X attack like in Chrono Trigger. So, Little Fox, one of them is going to attack you.
Do we get to take attacks of opportunity against these guys?
Normally, yes. However, Pteranodons have an ability called Flyby. The Pteranodon does not provoke an attack of opportunity when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Cool.
Except for my reaction.
That's not an attack of opportunity, but yes, if it hits you, you can tell me you're going to Wrath of the Storm.
Okay.
So the injured one is going to attack Little Fox. So let me roll that. A bite attack on Little Fox. I get a 16.
Yeah, my AC is only 14. So.
Okay, so it bites you, Little Fox. However, you only take 3, right? Because you're in rage.
Yeah, I resist its damage.
Oh, I should add your rage timer because it's 10.
Yeah, so I have 9 rage actions.
I will add it for you.
Yeah, so I take 3 damage.
Okay, so that's that one, and then the second Pteranodon is going to attack the cleric. It's going to attack Arcturus. Here we go, Arcturus. I got an 18.
Which would hit.
Which is a hit. Ooh, that's a big damage for 7. So when a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see hits you, you can use your reaction to make a dexterity saving throw. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
All right.
So it's going to be lightning damage. It's like static. 7 back.
Okay, let me roll the save.
Don't
Fry
save.
What's your difficulty for this? What's the DC?
The DC is my wait, sorry.
It doesn't matter. He made it.
Well, it's half then.
Okay, so it takes half, and it's thunder damage, not lightning. So what does that look like
No,
when you deal?
it's either.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what is it? And what does
It's
it
like,
look like?
it's like my my armor has like a static, and when it hits me, it just like, you know.
Right, you have like an aura of light, and so it digs its teeth in. It's got all these little like fish grabbing teeth, which is perfectly appropriate actually. And so it gets its claws on you and it snaps down on your shoulder. And while it does like get at your flesh, your fishy flesh, to deal you 7 damage, it shrieks in pain and like leaps off of you as if it had just bit an electrical cable, because it did, and it flies off twitching and kind of like goes a little bit distant. So hopefully you can't hit it. The other 2 pteranodons, or the other pteranodon, is this guy. And because you're hiding, Malik, I think it's going to go for Ishi. So same thing, 45 and then 60. It does a flyby on Ishi. And Ishi, you've got a good AC too, because you're very nimble. So let's see if it can hit you. No. So what does that look like? It comes flying in. This thing's like, much bigger than you.
I mean, as it comes diving in, I just like drop to the ground, like straight prone, and just hope it misses, and it does.
Yeah, and it swoops by, and you're too low for it to be able to get all the way down, and it pulls up so it doesn't crash into the stone behind you. Cool. Okay, so that's all the pteranodons. Ishi, it's your turn.
I would like to make another crossbow attack against the one that pinged off of Arcturus,
which is this one.
Yep.
There's the one that you injured is dead, and there's another one Arcturus killed one and you injured one, but it didn't die. So
no,
Arcturus
the
took
one that just hit me, that just ate me.
Arcturus. Yeah, sorry, I was getting Malik and Arcturus mixed up. Yes, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll make a light crossbow attack. Ciao.
No problem. Yeah, you hit
and
it for
then
sure.
10 damage.
Wow. Okay. You kill it. What does it look like?
This is just like Ishi's prone, and she from like lying down, she gets back up, and the crossbow goes off while she's getting up, and it just hits this thing directly in the neck, and it just drops out of the sky. It's completely accidental.
Cool.
Yeah, it like misfires, but it happens to be pointing the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine Ishi's got like terrible trigger discipline, so she's like getting up.
Yeah,
and
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so Azaka, she's gonna make an attack. She's gonna attack this one up here, and she gets her 2 shots. So here's the first shot. She hits and she kills it.
Yeah, Zaka.
So that
hit
one,
on a 12.
yeah, she hits on 12.
Ooh.
Oh no, you're right. They have a 13 AC. Oh, just barely.
Oh.
Let's take our other shot. See if this one hits it.
Well, that's what I was trying to nail down.
Nope.
Nope.
Neither.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Dave. It's her that has 12. So 2 misses. I don't know. Maybe that bite from before. Maybe she's shaken, and she takes 2 shots and misses. So there's 2 of her arrows. Okay. Little fox, you're full of rage. Now they're all flying. They're all above you.
So yeah, she like, is like looking around for one that's like on the ground where she can actually fight it, and she just like does this loud like roar, just like, and then just like pulls out a spear and like throws it like on a rope, like just like a perfectly straight line, because she's so strong, just like right at one of these things.
Awesome.
Whichever the nearest one is, I will like move closer.
Yeah, that one's the closest one. All right, so it's like almost like directly above you.
Yeah, how many feet off the ground is it? And it's like
assume-
as she's running, she like throws this.
Assume they're like 60 feet, more or less. They're
Okay,
full,
so
they're
I'm
full
not-
movement rate above.
I'm not in my optimal range for
Do you have inspiration?
I do. So I would be at disadvantage at a range over 30.
Yeah.
This is saying with the range 30, right? So yeah, I'll spend inspiration just to be a cool badass.
Okay, so it's just a regular roll.
Yeah. And I'll throw my javelin.
Ooh, nope. All right, so you throw it, and it just flies straight up and like disappears into the sun, pretty much. Like it lands somewhere in the jungle, very far away.
It's like a full minute later, just poing, like lands in the
somewhere in the jungle. 2 flaming fist adventurers are walking through the jungle, and one of them just gets hit by a spear and just falls over into the water.
It's one of those like set piece encounters that you stumble on as in Baldur's Gate, you know,
Right.
where like
A
somebody's
different-
dead, nobody knows how.
Anybody else who's GMing Tomb of Annihilation, please include in your game a dead flaming fist guard lying on his face with a spear in his back that seems to have come from directly above, and then have his like grieving flaming fist boyfriend send you on a quest to find out what happened. Okay, so you moved, you threw your thing, your rage continues.
And yeah, she just like beats her chest and like screams at these things.
So, Barbarian Rage, if you begin your next turn without getting hurt, your rage will subside. That's good. There's a trend on right there. Arcturus, it is your turn.
So there's like no cover from these people, right?
You could run and like dive into the bushes. It seems to be working for Malik.
Is this a like rock or something of some type?
Yeah,
Would
that's a
that
stone.
be
Yep.
some kind of cover?
I mean, you could hide like here on the other side of it.
Okay. I'm just checking out like range. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I can.
You can't run straight up that hill.
I'm not
but,
gonna. I'm
you
not
want
gonna
range on it?
run up the
Okay.
hill. It's magic. I'm using magic.
Okay.
You
I'm
simpleton,
gonna-
I will use magic.
Yeah.
I'm
What
gonna
do I
duck
look
behind-
like?
I'm gonna duck behind this rock and
Mhm.
shield of faith on Azaka.
Aw.
Remember
gross.
that's a bonus action.
Bonus action,
Shield of
sure.
Faith.
So bonus action, shield of faith on Azaka, and then I'm going to toss my trident at the same creature that is it? Wait, it's still above, right? There's a height
Yeah.
Doesn't need 20
aspect.
feet.
But
I can never remember how that math works, but it's like this and this, and you gotta solve for this guy.
yeah,
But you
Throne
don't
is
in
very
D&D.
short
You
range.
don't
This is
Uh,
30 and this is 60 and it's not
Okay,
Okay, let's- don't take me back to grade 9 math here. Let's.
Pythagoras and then you this guy.
Can
But no,
you
in D&D
stop?
diagonals don't. You just it's
80 is 80 feet enough to be able to hit this thing in without
I don't know what weapon are you using?
light crossbow has an 80-foot range,
Yeah.
but it's like 60 feet up, which would be
It should be fine.
Should be fine.
Yes, my rough estimate of proper mathematics suggests that you were probably within about 60 feet of that thing.
Well, it's
80.
30 squared plus
Don't-
60
Oh, now?
squared.
And then you do the square root of it.
So it's 900 and Jesus Christ, 360. So 14. What's the square root of 1460?
wait. I can do this.
What the crap are we doing?
1460 square root
Doing
is
the math.
38. It's 38.
It's 38.
Yeah, it's not actually very far.
No.
We're good.
You're fine.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I did it on
you're in
calculator.
range. Go ahead.
Okay. Doesn't
You miss
matter.
anyway.
Totally irrelevant.
Boing. All right. So
We
after
ran
calculating the math, the thing has like moved out of range and you can't hit it anyway.
Thanks.
I don't know what it actually is.
So on a completely unrelated note,
Yes.
one of my like grade 11 math teacher, whenever you learn the quadratic formula, she taught it to us as a song just so that we would never forget it. And I still remember that crap
Nice.
as a song. Like it's like the most crappy song and like deliberately intentionally crappy, but it worked. It worked perfectly.
How many injured but not dead have we got?
Just Arcturus and
No,
The-
for them.
Oh,
4. Aren't all 4 injured? One might not be injured.
This one is definitely injured,
Right.
and this one is injured.
warm
Okay.
up.
Has this one not taken damage? The top one? I thought that dove at somebody. Oh, but
nope,
he
it's not
they
magic.
couldn't. She couldn't attack him. Okay.
All right. It's time then to finish some things off with some magic missiles.
Pew, pew.
So I have 3 1d4 plus 1 missiles.
The
Do you want
actual
me to
actual
have
answer,
to-
I looked it up. It was 67.
Do you want
I
me
just
to
used the
declare where the
calculator.
missiles are going
Sorry, Dave,
before
what
I
was that?
fire them? If I use magic missiles, can I just do roll this one? Is it dead? Roll
Oh,
this one.
no, they all fly out at once.
Okay. God, I should have looked at which ones are which. I lost track of them.
It's
all.
okay. Injured. Boop. And injured.
Heavily injured or just injured?
I'm not going to tell you any more than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have been hurt before.
1 dot at this one on the right, 2 dots at the left. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
1 on the right first.
This one. Okay.
3 points of damage.
All right.
Is it still alive?
Yes.
Womp, womp. Second one on the left guy takes 5 points of damage.
Okay. Cool. You injure but do not kill either of them.
Ugh.
I've been
Whoops.
playing like 5th level D&D for so long that coming back to 1st level and having creatures last more than like 1 or 2 hits is just like blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what do your magic missiles look like? You unleash 2 of them, they spiral off towards your enemies, but what does everybody see?
I think these are more kind of like more shaped. They're more like arrowheads or scales. They're much more physical than like the clouds of sand that like will heat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Just
that.
make
I
them
like a
attractive.
less because normally magic missiles like balls of glowing energy or whatever, but I like a more physical like cluster of spines or whatever you throw at them.
Yeah.
I dig it. Cool. All right. Let's get tyrannical. These 2, I think, are going to X strike Ishi. So this one flies.
Bring it on,
this one
scrub
flies
lords.
by here. This one flies by here. Because you're the smallest, right? They think they can just like grab you and eat you to
They
death.
probably could. I weigh like 30 pounds maximum.
You look like the most delicious and crunchy of us.
Okay, so here's the first one. And I get a 16.
My AC is 18. You're gunning for 18.
And then the second one. Uh-oh.
No.
So damage. All right, so the first one, no problem. It comes down and it bites you and kind of like shakes its head around and tries to pick you up or get like it thinks you're a crustacean or something because you have all this like scaly shell, right? And so it's trying to bite at you, trying to find the soft part, and it can't. And it lets go and flies off, gets frustrated. And then the other one flies in from behind, I think pins you to the ground, and we see that thing where it's got its 2 claws on you and just like snaps you in the back a bunch of times. And then you manage to wave at it with your sword, and it flies off. But you still, in the process, take 12 damage.
It's okay. I've still got 1 HP left. We're good.
That's right. Okay, cool. So
You rolled so well on your stats, Elf.
I know. I've got. Ishi's got 17 con.
so that's 2. The one nearest to our barbarian is going to do a flyby over here. So here comes one for you. There you go, little fox. Terrible miss. I think this one dive bombs in and you just bat it aside with your hammer. And it kind of spirals, falls on the ground, like crawls along on its wings a bit, shakes its head, and then takes off again. And then
Yeah, like it hits me, but I'm just too tough. It's just like
yeah, totally. And then this last one will go. Let's see, Azaka or I'm gonna roll. I can't decide. Azaka or the cleric. Let's see. 1 for Azaka. 2, it'll be okay. All right, it's Azaka. So what does your Shield of Faith do for her?
+2 AC.
Nice. So her AC is 14.
is it like a glimmery water shield?
Yeah, tell us what it looks like. So it works, right? It blocks the hit. But what does the effect look like? So it comes flying in towards her. And she puts her arms up like, shit, it's coming to get me.
It's
And then
like
what happens?
when you know how a pool has that like slightly like weird sun effect where it's just like moving.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that visual effect, but just in the air.
Sweet.
You know, so yeah,
That's awesome.
Dig it.
you can't see it until it works, and then it's just like you're inside of water, but you're not.
Oh yeah, it totally like slows the attack. It thinks it's going in with its claws, but as it meets that barrier, it would slow down like you're underwater for that
Yeah.
last bit.
Yeah, yeah. And so it snaps out at her, but they're like ripples in the air, and then it gets frustrated and flies off. Cool. All right. Ishi?
It occurs to me, Adam, and I'm remiss in not mentioning it before because I am bad at keeping track of my own shit, but I have sunlight sensitivity.
Oh, that's right. You do.
Yeah.
You do indeed. And there's this.
So I should be.
No, you know what? No, you're okay. We this encounter happened in evening,
At
so it's
dusk, yeah.
dusk, so you're okay.
Okay.
But thank
All right,
you
cool.
for reminding me.
Yeah, I totally spaced on it too, and then I was like, oh no.
Everybody in the group, it is now all of our responsibilities to try to remember that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like a drow, but not as
10?
flirtatious.
10 is not enough to hit.
I
No.
didn't think so, but
You fire. Maybe you get a sun in your
the
eyes.
thing is, no, but see, the thing is, this is where she like aims and shoots, and it misses.
Right. It'll be later when you're trying to reload it that it goes off and hits somebody.
Exactly.
Okay. Are you good where you're standing?
Yes, indeed.
Do you want a second wind?
Actually, that's a
over.
good point. Bonus action, second wind. Let's
Okay.
do that.
Sure.
Yep.
I think that gives me a D10 plus con?
D10 plus your fire level. Yep.
Oh, plus my fighter level. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Don't die, small one.
4 HP back for me.
Okay. All right. Azaka is going to try to finish off that one that she was shooting at. So her first longbow shot on it is a hit, and that one is definitely enough to kill it. There we go. And then she'll take a shot at the one next to it for her second shot. And that one is also a hit, but not as damaging. Okay, great. Little Fox, it is your turn.
So my rage ends.
No, so I someone in chat helpfully reminded me that it's you just have to attack.
Oh, if I make an attack?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I
you don't have to
actually-
have you either take damage or make an attack.
Okay, cool. So yeah, she's still like yelling. I realized the sound I'm imagining, and it's the Muton Berserker from like XCOM. It's like that kind of
Oh yeah,
Like
I know
real-
it well. I know it
real
well.
horrifying, and yeah, it's bad news.
Her mouth open too wide and like like
Yeah, and she
spit
has like sharp
horrible, yeah.
like, animal-like teeth and stuff. Yeah. How far up in the air are these guys?
60
And
feet.
How far can I jump? 60 feet?
Imagine that rock is like at its highest, like 10 feet, just to be, I don't know, helpful.
Look, I'm just checking because I have advantage on
I feel you.
strength rolls, so I could jump.
Movement, jumping, high jump. You leap into air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet on foot before the jump.
So I could jump 21 feet plus the
Your-
10 feet of the
your
rock.
modifier,
your strength
not your
modifier, not your
Oh,
strength.
okay, never mind.
If it's close, you can make an athletics check to maybe make it.
Okay, well, let's screw that. But I will.
Oh, I can only
scream at
jump
these things.
straight up in the air. What, 7 feet, 6 feet?
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
holy crap.
she's ridiculous.
You're the fucking, you're Air Jordan over here. But no, that Pteranodon is out of your range, I'm afraid.
So I see that Ishii is getting messed up, so I'm gonna run over towards her,
Mhm.
to like stand and defend her.
If I fall over, remember I have the potion. It's in the bag with the mouse.
And so they have a rule where they I can't use opportunity attacks against them, but if I were to hold an action,
Yes, you can say when one comes within range, I strike it.
so that's what I want to do then. Yeah, I got
Solid
them all
move.
back out. I'm just waiting for one to come and fuck with my friend, and I'm gonna just smack it out of the air.
Okay. Arcturus, you're doing a great job protecting Azaka. There's a Pteranodon right near you. What do you want to do?
I want to try and do anything impressive at all.
You're like, hey, Azaka, look at me. I can cast a spell.
I'm just stuff. I'm not gonna cast a spell. So we determined that the things, even with that's about 30 feet and 60 feet, and
It's
that's
67
67
feet.
feet, which is within 80-foot range.
65 feet away from you, basically. Yeah.
Math. I'll try and crossbow. Hey,
Yeah, there you go. All right,
for
roll
once
damage.
in my goddamn
Oh my god,
life.
you kill it. So impressive. Look at you.
Yeah. I puff up my chest a little bit.
Do you look like a blowfish when you do that, or
Not that much.
you're so proud of yourself you turn into a ball and roll away? I got him. Okay, do you want to move or are you good?
I'm good where I am.
All right. Malik?
Sorry for asking again. Any damaged ones?
Yes, this one.
Okay, I'll take the shot.
Okay. Nice. A blast of hot sand. Okay. You strike, sear, and injure it, but do not kill the Pteranodon.
That's fine.
All right, this Pteranodon's pissed at you. It's kind of getting you this time, buddy. So it's gonna go on a little flyby for Malik this time.
Really, bro.
On a bite attack, and he misses. You duck into the bushes, and it snaps up a big mouthful of fern.
You don't have to sound so surprised about it. Look at my AC. It's
I
fine.
mean, your AC's okay. So yeah, snaps up a bunch of fern and flies by. The other Pteranodon is still hungry, so it goes to fly. It's gonna get its attack if it survives, but first, Little Fox gets to take a swing
Let's
at
see
it.
if Little Fox just baseball bats it out of the
he's like
sky.
waiting as it comes down, frothing with anger.
It's like diving, and she like takes a couple steps and jumps towards it. Like she doesn't wait for it to get close. This isn't defensive. Yeah, and so
You're
I'll
just
take
using
my-
me as bait more than defending me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take my swing at it. I got a 13.
Yes.
Nice.
I hit it for 9 plus 2, 11 damage.
All right, you almost kill it. It gets its shot on. It gets its shot on Ishi before it flies off.
Damn it.
I've been rolling quite low on all my damage. That was a 2 and a 3.
Yeah. So it takes a bite on Ishi and misses. Can't get through your armor, and then it finishes its move.
I think it's not a matter of armor, it's just a matter of being not there. I think like Ishi doesn't have thick armor. It's more about just avoiding it.
Okay. I think that's it for the Pteranodons. Ishi, you want to get your revenge?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna there's a shot aimed at that fellow.
Yeah, it just went past you, and you're.
And we'll take a shot. Pachow.
Oh
No,
nope.
no dice.
Boing. Okay. Well, it's flying towards Azaka, so she's got an opportunity to attack. All right, so let's see how that goes. One shot on it, and it's a miss. And the second shot, she's fast, but not that accurate. It's just fires 2 shots, and the thing is flopping and not. It's not going good. All right. Little Fox.
Okay. I've been like reconsidering how much my character would weigh, because people are commenting that Shaquille O'Neal was a foot shorter and weighed 75 pounds more, and I'm like, okay, yeah, so she's probably like 340 pounds. Anyways, so none of them I can't jump up and punch any of these guys. So
No, I don't think so.
I'm just gonna keep doing my like hold action thing and roaring and being fucking loud and
Hey,
horrifying.
over here.
Just like animal yelling,
Okay.
roar, scream, and yeah, I'll wait for another one to come.
Malik says, "I'm fine. Stay with Ishi. She's hurt."
So here's a question about held action. So I can only hold the attack. I can't move. I
Correct.
can have a portion of my move, right? Okay, so then I do some running back and forth and end up back here. Yeah.
Okay. Arcturus.
I mean, I'm still hoping
chunk.
to impressively kill Pteranodon or whatever and save Azaka, because it's obviously the most impressive thing one can do. So nope.
Okay.
Just not. Nope.
Boing.
Nope. Don't look at me for that one.
Yeah, she wasn't looking. It's fine. She's focused on her own missing.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fine. We're
mm.
similarly skilled.
Malik.
Oh, I'm gonna spend a luck point.
Okay. Hey, there you go.
So in a different world, I mess up the spell, but that does not happen today. 3. Do I
Okay.
finish him off?
It does not. No, it wounds the Trinodon, but doesn't kill it. Which means it's gonna get one more dive bomb on you.
Bro.
So
You said you were fine.
so it flies past you, making another attack. Thank you for the sound effects, Elf. And it hits you for 5. Its sharp teeth gets you.
No, I don't want it to. I want to spend another luck point. Roll again, please.
All right. So do I just roll damage again?
No, you just roll to hit again.
The whole hack? Okay.
Mm-hmm. We'll take the damage. Really want.
Okay. And then the last of this Trinodon over here, I think it will go for Ishi. So you'll get your flyby attack. Go ahead.
Destroy this fool.
And anti-air, surface to air hammer.
Yeah.
I
No. So you swing just a little too late, and you crash your hammer into the ground.
I feel like this is
I
a
think-
moment where Ishi's like, ah!
It's like I'm like standing, like Ishi's between my legs, and I've hit the like cliff face behind her, and like taken a huge chunk out of it. It's like this whole mess.
Oh
I
no!
didn't
And when you look over, Ishi's lying face down on the ground, dirt everywhere, bleeding, because Ishi just took 10 damage.
Yeah, because she got
That's
crit.
too
I'm so
critical.
sorry.
God damn.
Ishi.
All right, it's cool.
So
I'm
you're
out.
down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Arcturus, you see this. Ishi, can you make a death save, please?
Yeah, of course. Just put my HP there and we'll def save. 2.
Ooh, that's one fail.
Failure.
All right.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, sorry. This guy ended up his turn over here. Let's see, flip by. Azaka is going to try to put paid to this thing. So 1 shot, and that's it. That'll do it. All right. So Azaka downs the final Pteranodon. With
No, there's still one more.
one last
There's
shot. Oh yeah,
one.
that's right. There's one hiding over there. Let's see if I can get that one too. No, that one is a miss. All right, the fight continues. Little Fox, what are you gonna do?
I'm so angry now. I'm so angry.
Throw a javelin. Do it.
So yeah, she just like runs to get as close as she can to this thing. How tall is this cliff?
It's 10 feet total, but it's not just straight up. Can you make an athletics check? You have advantage on it because you're rated.
I have advantage on it. Yes, I will happily make an
So you just
athletic.
book your way up there.
get
Ooh, okay. You
11.
can't. You stop. Your
11?
movement ends. Oh, you have advantage. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
do get up to the top. You slow.
Okay.
You stumble a little bit, but you're too mad. You're just too mad to stop.
Yeah, it's like she just like puts a hand and like it goes like almost to her wrist into the earth, and she just like vaults up over it. And like
Yeah,
while
totally.
she's still kind of in the air from that, like hurls.
Well, and
a
I think too, for anyone who might be watching, like Malik, maybe you can try to decide later whether you actually saw this or not, but it almost looks like the dirt kind of like helps Little Fox up. Like it heaves up a little bit underneath her and kind of pushes her up to the top.
Because also I can talk to plants the same way. I talk to
Yeah. So maybe there's some roots underneath that kind of like shove you.
And so yeah, I just like huck a javelin at this thing. I think I have disadvantage on this, so
Yeah, it's
'cause
60
it's
feet up.
more than 30 feet away.
You
So
do.
doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
I'm too
you do
mad.
not need that. Damn.
I hit it for 8 damage.
It explodes. Yeah, no problem. So you just climb up and you use all the momentum to like leap a couple of feet in the air and throw it at the top of your leap, and the spear thunk, goes right through it, spirals and crashes into the underbrush.
And not being super clear on which one this is, I just go over to it and I assume it's the one that killed Ishi, and I just like pummel it until there is nothing left. Like there's just a crater where it was that's just like a horrible mess of gore, and she's like covered in blood and like frothing at the mouth.
Are we out of turn? Well, it's my turn anyway.
not
but
yet.
are we-
Not yet.
Not what I
So
said.
Arcturus, it is your turn. Ishi is lying face down in the mud.
I'm gonna go over there and spare the dying.
Okay.
So
Wait, you let me buy a heat. Whatever. Make me
What
spend
if
my
I'm the
money
one
on
that's
cantrip. Ugh.
if I'm the
It's
one
break
that's
in case
out
of
and
emergency.
you guys
Yeah, break in
can't,
case
like,
of emergency.
it's important that there be other people that can do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does your spare the dying look like? You
So
rush
I
over to
take,
Ishi's side.
I take my my water like flask or whatever and like bite the cork out of it, like pour a single drop on Ishi's forehead and then like put my hand on it, and there's like this kind of weird like glow to it, and then Ishi starts breathing again.
Nice. But is still unconscious.
Is still unconscious.
Cool. Thus ends combat. So the skies are silent and dark once more. Azaka stands as the spell sort of fades away from her. And basically, as soon as you look over, as soon as you like look over at her, she's already like bandaging her arm, and pulling it tight, and then like pulls her sleeve down over the wound, and yeah, and now it's quiet. She looks around, and she says, "We should move. There'll be scavengers come looking for the bodies soon. They'll smell blood in the air. We need to get away from these bodies before we make camp."
I like lift up Ishi's like tiny body and like not the backpack or anything, just her. And I motioned to Little Fox and I'm like, can you get like the rest of this?
Little Fox emerges from the bushes covered in blood.
Yeah, and like there's like her face is all like covered in spattered blood, but there's those streaks of tears.
Oh.
There's
She, like her body language is all like slumped over, and she's super sad, and she sees you like holding Ishi, and that Ishi's still breathing, and just like runs over and just like pushes on your face and is like pulling Ishi into her arms like a little tiny baby,
Aww.
and like scoops up her bag and just like
There's a concerned
That's so
there's a
close.
concerned mouse poking out from one of the pockets of the
A
bag.
little squeak.
yeah. And then like in Sylvan, she's just like, oh, she's fine, and like too strong to die, and like is like rocking her like a baby and cooing to Ishi.
So
Aww.
cute. Awesome.
Okay, well then I'll pick up the backpack. Even though
Oh,
in
no,
actual...
I've grabbed her backpack as well. I just have
Yeah.
like all of her shit.
Okay,
Go
sure.
Because I'm at like 1/3 of my total carrying capacity or
Yeah,
something. I'm here, so it's fine.
I'm burdened.
Nice. Okay. So I'm just figuring out how much experience that was worth. Okay. So I guess the plan then is to rest for the night.
Yep, once we're away.
Okay.
Yeah, once we get away from the thingers. Oh, I guess I don't have a say. It's up
No.
to you guys.
Okay.
I'm
So
unconscious.
you're carried to safety, and you make camp, and settle in to rest. I'll give out experience because you're taking a long rest. So everybody gets 60 XP.
Damn.
We got
How
60
much do we need to level up at level 1 again?
1,000. I can't. I don't know. I have every edition of D&D in my head, and they're all different.
I know this is my problem too.
Let's see. I also don't play. I like a GM.
Experience
so it's
points.
300.
It's 300. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, sick.
Thanks,
This is
everybody.
a fifth of a level. That's actually pretty good.
It's not bad, yeah. Yeah, and so I think that the last thing we see in the episode, what we fade out on, is all of you sitting around your camp, kind of at the edge of the jungle. You can hear the sounds of the river, Tiriki, kind of flowing north into the Bay of Chult, and we fade out. Good job, everybody. Nice work. Cool. So that was our episode today of Roll20 Presents Dungeons and Dragons Tomb of Annihilation. We will be back next week at the same time, back at 2 p.m. Pacific, for another 3 hours of jungle danger. Thanks for coming, everybody. Let's say our goodbyes, and then we'll make our way. So, as is tradition, Ishi Snaggletooth, Distracted Elf, would you like to start?
Yeah, I really like the idea, but just speaking about the game just there, I really like the idea of the like oh, she's injured, and now it's like, oh, be nice, like rather, yeah, it's great. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me this week and every week over on twitch.tv/distractedelf or on Twitter @distractedelf, where I am a renowned and famous duelist and will take all comers, including red side quests from later in the series.
Mr. Red Side Quest.
Red side quest. Awesome. Thanks, Elf. Little Fox, aka Andrew.
So you can find me on Twitter @ComedianCrow or on twitch.tv/actualfactual, where I am designing Girl by Moonlight, a magical girl role-playing game based on Blades in the Dark. And I will be playing Girl by Moonlight with a bunch of folks from Australia on twitch.tv/Acegiak, ACEGIAK, tomorrow night at 5 p.m. So Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific. We're starting up a new thing.
Excellent. Thank you. Resident spellcaster Malik Al-Gharib, aka my friend Dave.
Yeah. Hello. Thanks everybody for coming and watching again. It's a really good time. I'm glad we're playing D&D again. You can find me on Twitter at Dave_the_human. I did want to do a shout out to the person who did all the lovely fan art. I can't put links in the chat at the moment, but you should check them out and see all 4 of our characters at Buttopian.
Yeah,
You really feel good shouting that one out.
Yeah, but Topian.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. It's fan art and like the messages we get and comments that make it all worthwhile and stuff. I mean, I do like these people, but I also like people telling
wow,
the worst, or a vampire apparently. I guess I need more lights in my room, but whatever. Thanks everyone.
Thank you. And last but not least, party romantic, everybody's favorite Brosidon, Arcturus.
Hi, I'm Blue Jay. I'm also blue, like my character. It's what we have in common. None of that romance smutch. That's not me. Definitely not. You can find me at twitch.tv/bluejay or on Twitter @bluejay_712. Or on Thursdays playing Burning Wheel with these nerds on twitch.tv/roll20app.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So thank you for coming, everybody. If you missed any part of the episode, it's going to be available like right now at twitch.tv/D&D on the VODs. Otherwise, it will be available on the Roll20 YouTube channel, MS Roll20. In the interim, you can find me on Twitter at Skinny Ghost or at twitch.tv/Adam Coble. I'm also jamming with these lovely people a game of Burning Wheel, as Blue Jay mentioned, on Thursdays. As well, I'm the GM over at twitch.tv/itmejp for roleplay, where we play Dungeons & Dragons and Fate Accelerated. So hopefully, if you have thoughts, feelings about the game, you want to share fan art, please share fan art. You can tweet at any of us. Let us know what you think, and we will see you next week for more. Thanks for coming, everybody. See you next time.